Hi everyone, this is LatticeMage. Alright, so this is the start of a new series. And why this is a new series? Mainly, it's great to I rebrand myself that rebrand that into the four different brands, and then this is a new concept about that. I will record the video in origin my Chinese version and convert into the English part that for example, I use the AI currently. The GPT it very sucks, and now the AI such as Cloud actually it will stop during just process health. So it's only if the Google Gemini can convert my entire Chinese podcast into the English podcast part. And then the key is that the new branding also I spelled into four brand. That is LatticeMage. Second, it's the LatticeMage, and third, it's the Xinla. It's a Senluo Mage, and the fourth is HomoMage. That means homunculus. So for the LatticeMage part, it will use the Chinese version. And for the LatticeMage part, it will use the English version. And for the Senluo Mage part, will use the Japanese version. And Homunculus, the HomoMage part, will focus on AI topic, and they will have the podcast there. So I will record in a origin Chinese and convert into English and Japanese version that for the podcast. And then next topic is about that the versioning that we start from zero again. So this I will call the series zero. And for funny part that my podcast title will become the semantic version. For example, it will be v0.1 or 1.2. That means it's same as the version concept, and it will use the semantic version. That means we will have a major version in the minor version. So the major means the we will have the huge change. For the minor, that it will be a little change. But in the podcast, in this series, the major means the season, and for the minor part will means the for example, it's the episode. And they will have the final number point zero. It's useless because we don't have the any patch about that. And then the next topic it's about that why we will have this new series is that for the atomic habit, it's kind of the book. It's talking about that how we build up our habit from the long term. And the key is that we cannot just shift into different from our life. The atomic habit, an easy or proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. This book is emphasized that when every small habit you want to build, we need to start from a very small one. For example, if you have already doing something every day, then we build a small things on that. That will be more easy to keep to going to do. For example, for me, I want to force myself to go to gym and practice strength training or weight training. But the problem is that if I want to build this habit, it's very dramatically from my original static life. It's very hard. So the better way is that, for example, I try to first week I just wear the shoes and when I wear on my shoes and go out the door and back, this will be my second. Maybe the first week, and the second week maybe it's walking to the gym and go back to home. This will be the second week. That means for every week we just do a very small change. This is almost zero cost. Yeah. And next topic, it's about that it's hard to choose the podcast topics for every weeks, right? For example, it's very hard to speaking the same topic if we hearing some podcast or YouTube channel, it's very hard to find many topics for every weekly. But for me, maybe it's well not for harder because I have enough knowledge base. As you can know that we have the full brand on me. That means I can take one topic and use different perspective from a different domain, such as maybe game design or maybe physics or science, or maybe we will use some art concept or competitive psychology or anything that neuroscience that to talking about this topic. So for me, I will more prefer that I will choose the maybe this week I watch some video or listening some podcast and choose a topic from that, and even maybe some reading books. Okay, so I think that's a strength for me. That actually, my reading, it's not very large, but it's the amount, it's more than general people. For example, maybe I will read a few books per month. I know that a person who familiar with reading, they will read maybe 10 or 20 or even 30. That means maybe many books per month. But for me, just a few, but it's larger than general people. And also the podcast, I listen some of podcasts about such as the medical or some strength training or single chemistry, hold on, chemistry maybe, or yeah, or something that some other topics. And also video, watch a lot of YouTube video such as VTuber playing games or game design or yeah, anything that AI or anything else. So it's for me, it's more easy to generate a topic from my weekly life. It's the same as aligned with the previous topic. It's about that atomic habit that I need to I need to add one more habit from my almost my daily or weekly lives. And my origin weekly daily life, it's listening a podcast, watching YouTube videos, and reading books. So for me, it's taking the topics from this is more easy for me. And also we have the AI finally. In the maybe the last year, that GPT, Gemini, Cloud, any AI cannot do this. That I speaking a Chinese podcast, for example, is 30 minutes and convert into English. This is very hard for origin last year, but this year will more easy that I can write a Chinese version and convert into English. And I'm not always following the subtitles for the English version because I will adding some random speaking, like today's topic. The subtitle is different from the Chinese version. Just for example, it's like a random choosing. And for more, as we say that, I will convert into Japanese version also. But Japanese language, I'm not familiar with that. So maybe the Japanese part, I will more align with the subtitles that generate convert from Chinese and English version convert into Japanese part. Okay, then next topic, we will really go into our today's the real topic. It's about the MBTI, that it's a kind of a social bias. Okay, so let's back to the deeper question here. Society is full of personality discrimination. So actually, I hate the discrimination, but especially in Taiwan, people in current period will talking about the MBTI and try to use the MBTI to classify people and discriminate personality. And not only this, in our modern society, in the medical define that we also have a huge discriminate on different people. For example, when you are in a school, if you are a student, that you can stick into school's schedule, such as planning that 45 minutes lesson. You will regard as restless and impatient. But everyone's cycles are different. For example, if a person hits how to say that concentration span it's 90 minutes a cycle. So if a school have a 50 minute in the class and 10 minute break, that means you cut off the 2/3 of someone's concentration. That the next lesson next class, he only having 30 minutes for the concentration, but if the class is 50 minutes, we will think that this one is distract. So this is also kind of discrimination just because the system is different from the personal cycle. And for more structure of the modern school, frankly, if you look at the history, that we will say that school are like prisons, and we will that jail a person in prison. And so when you are in school, we feel like we are in jail. That's because we need to systemize everything. But actually, if you really go to such historically, the prison were designed based on the school. That the jail is learning from the school design. That's the school are the prototype of prison. So this is very crazy. Okay, so on this, the prison system, everyone is institutionalized. And the result of institutionalization is that society wants to enslave the lower classes people, because the world is divided into two layers. One is slave layers and another is slave owners. In that kind of situation, slave and master. And people won't want to enslave and get negative from society. So it's that's why I say that it's a discrimination, that the people it's not same as the system, or we will use the labeling a person and discriminate. Okay, so let's back to our MBTI case. That impersonally, I don't think this is a truly complete concept. That means it's lacking, and it's ambiguous and fake, and it's a bad design concept. But just we can talking about that some concept, we can just regard it as a reference. Don't treat it as too serious. Just a reference. Don't make it real, because it's people personality will more like spectrum, not a binary. Yeah. Okay, going back to MBTI, I think most people don't truly understand the core. It's about the 4 dimensions, so they will have a wrong classification of the people. So we will start from 1 to 1 for each to each. And for the MBTI, actually, it will have 4 dimensions. The first dimension is the IE dimension. The second dimension is the NS. The third is a TF. The fourth is a JP. And we will talking about each dimension. So the first dimension is about I and E. I is introversion and E is extroversion. And there's will some misunderstanding that people will have a wrong concept on who is I type or who is E type. Because the real, it's about that energy. It's about that how you feel the energy preference. For example, if you feel happy that you are in a grouping of the people, you are E type. Even you don't have the ability to social, that you feel shy and you feel hard talking with people. But if you feel happy to in a group, then you are a E-type person. And in other side, that if you are a person that even you are very socializing, you have a good ability to do a socialization, and you have the ability to have many friends, but you don't feel happy that in group. You feel more energy that when you are reading alone or do something alone, you are the I person. So it's not about the ability, it's about that what you want in your really mind. Okay, for example, the most important person to mention is the Bochi Jiang from the Bochi the Rock. Bochi, she is the E person, that she don't have the social ability, but she's actually likes to going with the everyone, and she like to play with their friends, and they want to go out. And another example is that Michael, the Tomori-san, or Tomorin, she is really happy friend being in the band and she watching the people is chatting. She is happy, although she didn't talk much. Yeah, so the I is who likes being alone, and for example, it's like the Bocchi the rock, the Leon, the she, the bassist, she is like to just walking alone. Yeah. Okay. Next dimension, it's about the N type and S type, and I think you don't need to think too much about the terms and about the words. We just spill into two class, and one class is that people will focus on fine grained topics, and another type is that people will feeling more coarse grain, that you will have we can use the discrimination about that to thinking that the N people that he will watch in a more coarse grain in more strategy level, and usually the N people will regard us he's not patient about details. So this is kind of discrimination also. That, for example, if you are practicing a musical instrument, do you like to process or single note each sound to very detail, or you just want to play entire song and feel that okay, I almost done? Then if you are more prefer to fix every detail, that means you are the S type. That it's you want to deal with the fine grain level. And conversely, the N type that we just care about the entire feeling. And the problem is that it's hard to process in the detail. And we can say that if it's just good enough, or it's if you are talking about that, that's enough, and close enough. Yeah, so if you are talking about that close enough, that usually that means you are the N type, that you focus on the major part. Yeah. Okay. And for the different the key difference, that just you more focus on fine grain or more focus on coarse grain. Yeah. And another dimension, we will talking about that is the T and F. And the T and F also don't care about the original term. We just thinking about the energy concept, that which one you feel more better, that you feel more better on focusing on logical part, or you feel more about the social campaign part, that the human feeling. That if you are more focused on logical part, you are the T person. For example, like the Bridge Ray Dalio, that he's the Bridgewater associate. He have wrote a book, Principle, that he just regard everything in logically, and for even he's too logically, that people think he's evil devil, that why you don't so care about that human side. And the same thing that such as the Elon Musk, he's focusing on event. He just focusing on what you want to do, so he don't care about that people. He just thinking that all crew I just are items of just a machine to generate what you want. For example, the cars. Yeah. And for the F part, that it's a person that it's very care about human. For example, Teresa, that she's very campaign about the poor, that she must be very F type. So of course, that will be discriminate, that if a person is very T type, focusing on logic, well, be people will think you are a nerd. It's not comparing to anyone. You don't have the patience. And on the other side, people who will be F-type, you will be discriminate that you are not logically. Why you don't talking about the sense? While you're talking is not about sense. It's not make sense. Yeah. So it's discrimination if two dimension. And they have the fourth dimension. It's about J and P case. That for the J type, again, don't talking about the terms. We're just thinking about that you are doing things in generally in common and in regular daily routine, and you prefer to plan and manage things into order, or you more prefer that it's random and you accept maybe it's generating in probability, and everything is not the same. And if you are doing the same thing, you will be crazy or you will be frustrated if things will keep again. That you mean P. So the J type, it's like things to be similar, arranged, and maybe it's predictable. And for the P person, P type, they are more prefer it's unpredictable and different. It's diverse, and usually we will laughing that a person learn things for not long. This is a kind of a P person. Okay, so we can take music as example. If you are prefer to practicing for song for more longer, and because they are the same song, and you're practicing it, you feel very happy. You feel smoothly. You feel your energy. For example, it's classical music. You may more close to J type. And otherwise, when you are practicing jazz music, that they usually need to be random, they need to be different, and there be every such as amazing or surprising. Yeah, it's a part that you will more like the P person. But actually, of course, you can play that just a random classical music without any practicing. It's like the we will call that how to say that in music, that we will improvisation that you can play improvisation of the in jazz in classical music. And otherwise you can design a very structured arrangement, a song of jazz music. So again, you can play classical music, but as a improvisation part that is a random classical music. And also you can design a jazz style music with a very arranged. It's you can practicing the same song every day. Yeah, so it's not about jazz or classical. It's about that you more prefer doing daily, or you more daily the same, or you more prefer the different. It's more random. Yeah. Okay. So I know that there will some discrimination always be the other side, and there will have I need to emphasize that there are not always to be binary. People will be spectrum. So for example, maybe you will be 70% P style, and maybe 30% J style, or maybe 90% F style, 10% T style. So don't just class people into binary part. I will recommend that more spectrum part. And we will see that some people will say the Elon Musk, the Tesla Tesla CEO, is INTJ. I will say that this is a bullshit. You can see that Elon Musk, it's like to asking people about that, talking people on tweet, and now it's X, and it's he also want to have date with many girls, and he have divorced many times. That he must be the E type, and you will see that he always want to break his rules. For example, he will got some plan, but next maybe month or a week, he will just want to go another side, and even they need to their crew to tell him that this plan cannot change. And he has do many things such that you can see that he has SpaceX, and he want to buy Twitter to management, and he has the automobile, and yes, he do a lot of things. It must be P type, so it's impossible to IJ of Elon Musk. And also we can see the about the poly, it's physics. Yeah, the physics poly is that he's very willing to it's more like it's strong asking people his physics theory, and he's not caring about your feeling. He just care about the facts. Yeah. Okay, and I think that we can end off today's podcast because this will hard for me to speaking in English, and I will keep trying this. Yeah, thank you.